What is it, Jack?
Just the largest airplane in the world, that's all.
Yes, it is the largest airplane in the world. The United States Air Force C5 Galaxy. More than 80 yards long. Almost that great a wingspan. As high as a 6-story building. Able to carry a payload of more than 130 tons at a speed of 500 miles per hour. A beautiful, useful giant. The C5 is big, all right, but it's part of something much bigger. It is a military air transport system, a fleet of giant transports backed up by the trained people and ground support equipment necessary to carry out this nation's peacekeeping and combat airlift responsibilities around the world. It's an aircraft of staggering statistics. And not the least of these is the fact that it rose from the drawing board to actual flight in less than 3 years. In the past, we had often asked, what can we build with what we have? This time we ask, what must we haul? How far? How fast? At what cost? Design engineers soon had their staggering answer. What we needed was a short, 3-lane street that would fly with a ramp at either end.
Cargo or trucks can then be loaded directly over the ramp extension and the forward ramp up into the cargo hold, all the way through the 121 feet of cargo floor space, and could exit back out over the aft ramp and the aft pressure door.
What kind of a wing does it take to lift a 3-lane street? And how do you set it down on a crude landing strip with a surface strength roughly equivalent to the outfield at Yankee Stadium? Can a 380-ton plane have a light footprint? American ingenuity said, sure it can, and produced a 28-wheel gear with tires that can be deflated in flight for softer landings on bare soil. It allows the plane to kneel, lowering the cargo floor almost 3 feet for easier cargo handling. And it tilts to conform the ramp to uneven ground. Then, after fast unloading, the giant C5 can turn on a narrow strip without the help of tugs and get on its way again. Other engineers had to invent an engine that could thrust a 3-lane street across the sky at more than 500 miles an hour and carry cargo at the lowest ton-mile cost in history. Double the power of our biggest modern fan jets, but don't double the weight. Proposed designs came back to the Air Force, spelled out in about 60,000 pages apiece. One was selected. It outlined the world's most fantastic airplane.
American companies are developing a tremendous ability to coordinate on the C5. And to tell you the truth, they're telling us it's a great practice internally, too.
21 major subcontractors are involved in the effort. Flying the C5 would be very difficult with a standard control system because of the plane's tremendous size. So, rather than train pilots to fly a new way, engineers modified the control system electronically so that traditional pilot movements are translated into the desired aircraft reaction. Onboard avionics are the most advanced systems for sensing, computational ability, and guidance. For example, an energy management computer helps the navigator plan the best route for fuel economy. An exceptional radar system helps the C5 avoid terrain hazards during low-altitude operation at night or in bad weather. Here is perhaps the most revolutionary of the Galaxy's subsystems, MADAR, Malfunction Detection Analysis and Recording System, an onboard electronics troubleshooter. Like a giant cardiograph, MADAR performs an instant physical exam on 650 points of the aircraft subsystems every 30 seconds, and a computerized analyzer reports to the flight engineer. If MADAR detects a malfunction, it tells the operator how to fix it and the federal stock number of any parts which need replacement. This number can be transmitted to the next landing site, and the part will be waiting when the C5 lands. The day finally comes when construction is completed and the largest aircraft ever built is rolled out onto the ramp and introduced to the world on the last day of June, 1968. Less than 3 years after the fantastic project began, the C5 Galaxy taxied out for its maiden flight.
Wind up, good for takeoff. 3003. Everybody happy? Everybody happy. Brake suspension going on. Oh, good. My records are running. Good. Good. Lots are up. The flight recorder is on. Steady. Ready to go. Rolling. Rolling. Looks good. I got 65, 70, 75, 80, 90, 100, Roger, 110, 120, oh no, airborne, airborne, good. Oh, good. Quarter limiter, looks beautiful. Everything's fine. Tail ground looking good. You look good from down here, too. I just feels real solid. No fast either. Okay, we're fine trimmed at 140 knots, hands off, real smooth. Over Lake Lanier, the Beaufort Dam at the present time, 8,500 feet. Okay, flight 303s through 9,000, approaching 10.
A new bird is in the air. ready to move cargo and combat forces anywhere on Earth, more efficiently and more effectively than ever before. And as this first of the C5 galaxies casts its shadow across the Earth, the thousands of men and women who built it turn back to the task of producing the C5 squadrons that are to come. It's a beautiful day for the free world.